Hello, hello. Uh-oh, they dropped my paper, y'all. Good morning, Detroit. Good morning. This is Aaliyah Moore. As always, sometime I will not be on here long at all, but I did want to come on. Welcome back, students and staff of Detroit Public Schools Community District. I hope you had a good break, good holiday. It's back to business. January, Happy New Year. But I am currently at a mutual ground for high school pickup. If anybody doesn't know and see, let me give you some history, Detroit. CMA, Communication Media Arts School, was moved by Dr. Nikolai Vitti and his school board back roughly about 4 years ago. As you know, Detroit, you've been keeping up with Paul Robeson Malcolm X Academy, which is now at the former CMA. The district still has supplied CMA students with a shuttle bus, 2 shuttle buses. I believe this is the first one that is here like 7:15. I think it's about to depart shortly, and then another one will be pulling up for the last little kids to come and get on the bus. Usually it's a lot of traffic this morning, in the morning, but I guess this is a slow morning because people ain't really ready yet to come back to school. But I'm just here to show you because over the break I received a text with an article, and I thank Detroit for sending me things. But it was an article talking about perfect attendance pays. And Detroit Public Schools Community District is willing to, they call it thinking outside of the box efforts to improve attendance. So they will be starting today up until March the 21st. They can be paying a total of up to 14,000 high school students in DPSCD $200 for every 10-day cycle that they come to school. 10 days in a row, Detroit. $200 gift cards, like I said, for 10-day in a row cycles of coming to school. So if a child can come to school for 2 weeks straight without missing in high school, they can be eligible for a $200 gift card and up to, I'm sorry, my phone was ringing, Detroit, and initially up to $1,000 total for gift cards in between now and March the 21st. I did the math. If you do 14,000 students times up to $1,000, that's about $4 million. My assumption, and I don't like to assume, but I'm thinking some of this money may be coming from the literacy lawsuit, the $94 million literacy lawsuit settlement, but I'm not sure. I will ask some questions. This sounds great, Detroit, and I am so with the district for acknowledging perfect attendance. I have suggested that. Others have suggested that, throughout the years. But, something as simple as this. If the district is really trying to improve attendance, something as simple as this, a shuttle bus that is now leaving, taking these babies from where we at, roughly Grand River and Greenfield, to 7 Mile and Berg. So the other shuttle bus should be coming shortly. But my whole point, Detroit, yes, please and thank you. Give our babies something for coming to school on time. Give them something for having perfect attendance. But once again, to me, and this is just my opinion, Detroit, you can feel how you feel about it. But to me, this is just something similar to the tutoring program that they're paying the babies. It sounds good, but is it going to really be beneficial? Superintendent Dr. Nikolai Vitti, as well as the school board, knows that only 50% of our students go to their neighborhood schools. So all you have to do, and even Nikolai Vitti himself, in a committee meeting, give or take about 2 months ago, he mentioned it to, I think it was the academic meeting. He mentioned that the district is thinking about having a pilot program similar to what I'm talking about, starting at one of the East Side high schools, and simply having a shuttle bus. If you've been watching my lives, our Bengali students from Cass Tech, give or take some months ago, expressed themselves about transportation and their parents having to spend thousands to get them back and forth because their parents do not want them to be on the D-Dot bus, which is totally understandable. But I lost my thought, Detroit, my bad. And y'all know it's early in the morning, back to business. But yes, you know, that would be the opportunity to have a bus that will leave Hamtramck, take those babies to Cass Tech from the east side. You could pick a school, Persian, any east side school, have a mutual ground of pickup and drop off. On my way to this location, I've seen at least, and I'm guessing maybe 1 or 2 charter schools that have a mutual ground, which is a parking lot, and the babies get out their cars or off the bus, and they go from the D-Dot bus to this bus. And really and truly, the CMA shuttle helps me on gas, and it's very convenient. So just imagine if this district would spend up to $14 million. Is the second bus coming? I hope so. I think that one was the first one. So I think so. I hope so. Because it was kind of slow. When I pulled up, it was maybe like 1 car. So I don't know if that's the first one or the second one. I'm sorry. But yes, Detroit, lost my train of thought. Mama trying to make sure she didn't miss the second shuttle. And see, these buses are extremely important for us because, like I said, it saves gas for me. If I didn't have transportation, or at times if I don't have transportation, I can still get her to this mutual ground so that she can go to school. Because otherwise, my issue would not be getting her from home to here. It would be getting her all the way to 7 Mile and Bird. You know, almost Telegraph is 7 Mile. So, Detroit, I'm not going to talk y'all ear off this morning, but I just wanted to come on because, like I said, it sounds good, and I hope our babies can benefit from it. They deserve to be rewarded if they are coming to school on time every day. But don't be deceived, Detroit. Asked about transportation, asked about these pilot programs or the potential pilot program that Dr. Nikolai Viti wants to do, where he said it in a academic meeting. I ain't gonna be repetitive, but I do want to let you know what was said, Detroit, because it's a difference between my opinion and what was actually said. Dr. Nikolai Viti said it, that he wants to, and he was talking about in the fall, but in the fall of what year? Start a pilot program at one of our high schools to be able to do something similar that they're doing here, which is commuting our babies from the new Paul Robeson, which was the former CMA, along with taking them to Berg and 7 Mile. So something as easy as that can be reduplicated throughout this district, and they would see, Dr. Nikolai Viti and the school board would see that, hey, we are extending what? The olive branch, right? So that parents, guardians, whoever raising these babies, see that we are attempting to try to make it easier to get to school, because we know only 50% of our students go to neighborhood schools. And see, right now, you have cars. And normally, like I said, in the morning, this area is packed. People are simply letting their babies out, and they keeping it moving, going to their next destination. It's early, Detroit, and we back to business. But I love y'all. Just have a good day. And let me give Paul Robeson a plug before I get off of here. Thank you so much, Detroit, for your concerns for Paul Robeson Malcolm X Academy. I did do a live not too long ago concerning Paul Robeson and the lack of movement concerning the demolition. But I rode by there, and I don't know if I said this on the live before, but I just want to give Detroit an update. Since Paul Robeson Malcolm X has been gated, totally gated with the big construction gates. Some windows on the lower floor have been removed from the old building. And the infamous tree that we planted for Grandma Jackson that passed away, she passed out at a board meeting. We've planted a tree for her. That tree has since been removed. And the other tree that was dedicated has also been moved. So thank you, DPSCD, for making progress. And of course, thank you, Detroit, for any calls, emails, questions, and concerns you put towards the district to, get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? If we're supposed to be only at this building for quote unquote 3 years, and demolition was supposed to be in December for the old Paul Robeson. Well, we are in January, so we do have to give them time. But the whole thing about it was just, you're saying you're doing something, let's get it done. So now, Paul Robeson has suffered with this move. They have lost over 100 children, 100 plus children. So this is the phone number. So if you know any pre-K, I'm sorry, they took our pre-K, my bad, Detroit, and unjustly. But between kindergarten and 8th grade students, I believe all grades are looking for students so that they can fill this building, not capacity, but at least fill it where staff is not in jeopardy of leaving. Because as you know, this district does not play. If the numbers are not right, if the attendance is not right, then they will start pulling. They have no care, no compassion for how they pull teachers at times. They simply pull, and the rationale is that, ain't enough kids up in there, so we got to move them. Mashawn Jackson let me know that the old Paul Robeson Malcolm X, because they only had one little puny sign on the side door concerning the move and information. So Mashawn Jackson from facilities let me know that she ordered 2 more signs. So I will be, riding by there periodically, maybe this week, next week, just to see, because this is important, just to have Paul Robeson Malcolm X Academy phone number. That was not on the original banner, but today is a new day. We're going to have a good day today. Have a good positive week. But and here they come, Detroit. It ain't no joke. This shuttle is very important. And it shows that people are attempting to get their babies to school. But, if the opportunity is offered, these babies are going to come to school. But, to try to pay them $200 for a 10-day cycle, it's great. Like I said, I'm not hating on that. But if this district really wants to concentrate on improving attendance, they need to do this shuttle system in other high schools, period. And that will bring these babies to school. Because I remember, and you know how older people, we always got little stories to tell. But as I'm getting older, somebody called me auntie the other day, kind of messed me up. But hey, that's what it is. But, in this, when I was in school, it was nothing for a high schooler to have a yellow bus. It ain't about no ESC or special needs only. They had yellow buses for high school students. And we had enrollment. So, it's a no-brainer. But if Detroit is not, mentioning it, bringing it up, suggesting it, and being, kind of repetitious about it, this district will continue to throw these little kibbles and bits at our babies, when actuality, the deeper problem is that, like I said, they know 50% of our students do not go to their neighborhood school. So it's a cause and effect. But be blessed, Detroit. Have a beautiful day. Like I said, has a beautiful and positive week. Next board meeting, I believe, is not until January the 14th. So way before then, I will post the information. And welcome again our newly elected board members, Monique Bryant and Ida Short, and re-elected board member Sherry Gay-Danyogo. This will be their official first meeting sitting at the table. I am hopeful. I am excited. Really, I am, because, you know, it's just time for a shift, and it's time for accountability. And it's time for, you know, all the promises and all the extravagant things that were said to be done. It is now time for those to actually be done. And if they're not done, then it's time for accountability. And it's just as simple as that, Detroit. So be blessed. They waiting on this second bus. But like I said, Nikolai Vitti, don't put nothing out there, and then you're not going to follow up. And then board members, this will definitely be one of the questions that I ask to our new board members, on top of cell phone tower revenue. Because Detroit, let's not forget that now. We still got cell phone tower revenue that has not been transparently, you know, let us know where it's going. But this is a major problem: transportation and attendance. So hopefully all 14,000 of our high school babies will have the opportunity to get up to $1,000 between now and March the 21st. And they will be receiving this money in a gift card. So it'll be distributed electronically. So I guess if they get one gift card or a debit, whatever, Visa card or whatever they're doing, they will simply just deposit the money every time the baby, the child, the high schooler, the future is on time in school for every 10-day cycle. And the cycles are over, like I said, March the 21st. And the absolute last payment would be April the 4th for all of these students. So be blessed, Detroit. Like I said, have a great day. But everybody waiting on this shuttle, Detroit. We need more of these shuttles going to these high schools so that our babies can truly rise. Why? Because they have the opportunity to get to school and the opportunities that they're supposed to have. See y'all, Detroit.